I guess it's time to do some talking about our secret summer project, or our super secret summer project. That's what I'm calling it. We're gonna try and get a little bit of work done. Got some pallets of some goodness in behind me here. Oh, you're thinking about it. Oh, you did it!
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun.
April 30th.
Side by side our fears are done.
At least it's moisture.
Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Hear it. What do you think? What are you thinking?
You and I, we got it.
Yeah, they're thinking about it. They're a little bit
We
scared.
don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm. Before I sleep, hear the crickets, see the moon. Side by side and through. No limit to what we can do. We know what we have.
So it's that time of year. We've been busy, so busy that I'm exhausted already, and it's just the beginning of gardening season. We're gonna get some seeds in the ground here. So in my garden already, I've just done some weeding. I've cleaned some things up. Now I am gonna get ready to start planting some seedlings. So it's about the second week of May, and I usually like to try and get some of my rooted vegetables in and my cold crops now. So I do like some beets, some carrots, peas, lettuce, all that kind of fun stuff, potatoes. They should be good. And then as far as my peppers and tomatoes, I'll start hardening off here about May long, and then probably transplant beginning of June, as I've seen some pretty hard frosts late May and also into the beginning of June. So I don't want to risk that. But yeah, let's get started here on some carrots. So yeah, I just did 4 rows there, another 4 rows there. Peas, raspberries and peas all the way through there will be planted, peas. I think in that far bed here I'm gonna do some beets. I'm not quite sure yet. Some peppers, more peppers, more peppers. I got that far bed as well. I have this to plant. Gotta clean that up still. All right, so in past winters, or sorry, in past years, I've done strawberries in here. They've grown great. Haven't overwintered at all. I've tried covering with straw and protecting them. I think I'm gonna try and grow the strawberries possibly down in here this year. I'll have some peas growing up in behind, but it's a little bit more protected, sheltered, can grow in ground. They can crawl all the way along and mix in with the raspberries. I'm gonna do like 2 more rows of carrots. I'm gonna do some beets, some more carrots, and some peas. So we also do beets. We like to do Detroit dark red. Great in soups, borscht soups, and also make for great pickling in jars. Gonna do some rainbow blend and some scarlet nanties. Pretty good or what? Alright, so we're just gonna do some mixed onions. Plant them down to 1 inch. About, I don't know, I'd say a hand width apart. You want to be able to let them grow. Get big. Digging trench. So we actually like to do a trench system where we put all the potatoes in, level it off, and then as the potatoes grow, we mound around them throughout the season. We find if you pre-mound, yeah, they just don't produce as well. I don't know. And it feels like it's a lot of extra work. So you just build the trench, stick your potatoes in, cover up, water. They'll grow. In this season, we're just doing the classic Yukon Gold. They're great for baked potatoes, great for fries. Right there, boiling, baking, or frying. They're good for all around potatoes. And then we are gonna try some of the Norland seed potatoes, which are a red potato, thinner skin. I just like to have the variety, and I also like using like a red potato for mash. The only other thing I like to get my hands on is maybe a little bit of baby potatoes. I love baby potatoes with a little bit of butter or olive oil and garlic and some seasoning. Nothing beats like fresh baby potatoes. And this is why I haven't planted the garden yet, because it is chilly. When I mean planted, I haven't stuck in things like my tomatoes, peppers, because it is cold and it feels like it's gonna freeze tonight. But that gravel you just saw is the beginning of something exciting. So needed this rain. It's been so dry, and so a couple days of rain is just what we needed, and hopefully they're getting it a little bit further north of us too to combat those forest fires. Typical May long weekend here in Canada, and I feel like I could get out the toque and mitts. It's snowing in parts of Alberta and frost warnings. This is why I haven't gone and planted the plants in the garden yet, but we're gonna try and get a little bit of work done. Got some pallets of some goodness in behind me here. We are just relocating. Ooh, where is it? That right there, which is our seed buckthorn. And then we are gonna start ripping up some ground here and start our summer project. Woohoo! You weren't supposed to tell them. I've been saying secret summer project. I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but we are building a Arctic Acres 4-season Geodome greenhouse. So yeah, that's better. Like I said, typical Alberta May long weekend. We're not gonna let it get us down, and we got lots of work to do. We're not out camping. We're gonna use this time to see what we can accomplish. My one single pink tulip. I guess it's time to do some talking about our secret summer project, or our super secret summer project. That's what I'm calling it. So we have purchased a 26-foot Arctic Acres geodesic growing room that we will be setting up here for personal uses. So far the process has been pretty smooth. Pulling permits was a little bit of a struggle through our county, but other than that, so far our experience with Arctic Acres has been absolutely phenomenal. They've answered every question we've had, and right now I'll show you what we have delivered. So we got one pallet here, and if you can see, you got cedar and solar. We have another pallet over here, and we also have another pallet here. That is the stuff from Arctic Acres. We also had to go ahead and purchase some gravel for the floor. You could also have the option of doing a cement pad, especially if you're doing a larger geodome. We've opted for gravel. We'll be sticking some of that pink insulation batten down on the floor as well. It is solar, and I don't know, when it gets down to like -50 here in Alberta, like we sometimes get the -40s. Not sure what the heating is going to be like, but we might end up adding in, I don't know, maybe like a little wood burning fireplace or something. I don't know, we'll have to see. It's an experiment, so should be fun.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life.
So this area where we're building the geodesic dome, it is actually relatively flat. It is dry, it's got good drainage. It is located on the east side of our house, good south-facing direction, and it's also got good protection from those north winds as well. So this is going to be a fantastic place to do it. And right now all he's doing is just clearing off the sod and the topsoil, and we'll prep it out. It's gonna look a whole lot different there in I'm gonna say a couple months. I don't know how long it's gonna take us to build this thing. We'll see. It's a challenge having kids. It's a challenge getting anything done these days, but we're gonna try and get it up, and hopefully we can be growing for fall. All right, so we have some of this insulation. Take you to our pile of gravel. This is what's gonna create the ring to go around the base of the geodome. Got some landscaping fabric, and then we got some beautiful limestone rock, which is gonna be on top of everything as a beautiful base. We kind of know what we're doing, but at the same time, we kind of don't know what we're doing. So, come with us and see what happens.
Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your...
So Mike was just having a hard time. He's digging over there. It is super hard ground in that area where we're doing the geodome. We have almost 4 acres, and our 4 acres, depending on where you're at in the yard, is very, very different. The south end of our yard is like, oh, I don't know, 10 to 15 feet of topsoil. We dug and dug and dug when we were building our driveway. Our house, about 15 feet down, you hit a coal seam. You go over by our shop, and it is pure clay and rock and just like farmer's field, just packed hard soil. So yeah, it depends on where we dig and build on our property. One cool, interesting thing about our property is during digging, we have come across a lot of petrified wood, which is Alberta's provincial stone. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, we've come across a few, so maybe I'll show you some. So yeah, you cleared the area, got off all the topsoil. Now laying down some landscaping fabric.
And 3/4 inch roof crash.
So these are all my tomatoes and peppers that we planted and some chamomile. All doing good. Those will be hardening off over the next 2 weeks. And like I've said in previous videos and before, I usually plant tomatoes and peppers in the garden about June 4th, just to be on the safe side. They usually call for our last frost date mid-May. We live out in the country, we live down in a little bit of a valley, and I don't know, we're always a good 5 degrees colder for sure at night than the cities. So I go by June 4th, that's what my grandmother always said, and that's what I'm gonna go by. Hey, we got a circle! So the dome is 26 feet. The directions tell us to go 28 feet for the base. Read your directions, people. And just a couple of weeks ago in our last video, I was complaining about how dry it was. Now we got some water, so I'm super happy. This is great. The grass is green, the trees are growing. Now we need some sun. Now we're gonna skip to some cuteness and go out and see the baby chicks. They're not so babies anymore. They're they're 8 weeks, I think, now. So they're out in our barn, and we've been letting them out during the day. They've been very much enjoying that. Need to sand and paint this up and fix up our barn this year. Hey guys! How you guys doing? Hey! Can you take a guess at which ones are pullets versus cockerels? Cockerel. 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 Let's see. Cockerel! No? No one talks back? Oh, you're thinking about it. Ooh. Oh, you did it! I knew you were a rooster. I called it. I just love it when they start to grow. Oh boy. It's like the cutest thing there ever was. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more family fun adventures in Alberta.